Honorable Mthethwa.
Thank you, Chair. Can the CFO confirm that she has the card that ends with 8549?
Yes, I can confirm that, Honorable Mthethwa.
Who does it belong to?
MJ Mohadli. BJ Mohadli.
Who's BJ Mokhatle?
She works as our receptionist.
Or it's her personal card?
No, it belongs to ASA.
Yes, that's what I'm asking. So it's Athletics SA Bank credit card or card?
It is a credit card.
Okay. So on the 13th, 12, 2024, it made a purchase of 8,938 at NGF Ilovo. What was the purchase for? And what is NGF Ilovo for?
I'll give that to our CEO to respond, because at that time, the card was with him.
Okay, thank you, Honourable Member. Thank you. The card was in our storage here. I took it myself. NGF is a sort of like it's a recreational shop, like where they sell wines or even alcohol. Let me put it that way. So during that time, we were busy at the office. It was me and my management. We were busy preparing for the athletics awards. The athletic awards that were supposed to happen in January. So we were buying these things that we know that when we open up, because of the time frames and all those time, we will not have a lot of challenge and a lot of work to do. I was then driving around, and then when I came back, I get into that place. We then say, because when we do these awards, we do purchases of entertainment to the artists who are performing at our awards. I then say to my management team that because it's December, and when we come back in January, the specials that are available for the requirements of our artists who are going to perform, why can't we buy some beverages and we store them so that when we then open in January for the awards, then we will then purchase these things cheap. Then
so the amount was for liquor.
There was liquor, there was water, there was a lot. Yeah, even water was there. It was pure. Yeah.
Okay, be careful when you are dealing with me and talking about artists, because I know what is the procedure that you follow when you book an artist. I would want to find out. Because this is 2 days before the president's birthday, isn't it? The president's birthday is on the 16th of December, and you bought on the 13th, not for the January. Why did you buy on the 13th for January event, when we know that in December things are very expensive because it's the prime time where people are? Why would you do that if not for the president's birthday?
Unfortunately, I was not buying for the birthday, for the president's birthday. We bought in January, we were closing again, and then we thought they were cheaper when we look at the comparison that we have, because even some of these things were sponsored by other outlets. Then when we look at those other requirements of this one, they were cheaper compared to Macro, compared to other outlets where similar requirements were done.
Okay,
Honorable Mthethwa, just a second.
Yeah.
You know, and then people are getting angry for us, Honorable Mthethwa, if we raise these things.
Yeah.
The awards was the end of January. And maybe maybe we should fill the pictures. Please, may I ask Athletic South Africa to speak the truth in this meeting? Proceed, Honorable Mthethwa.
Let me firstly confirm, President, is your birthday not on the 16th of December?
I'm born on the 16th of December, Mr. Honorable Mthethwa.
Okay, CEO, acting CEO, would you be able to provide us with your what we would call the contracts for artists who are performing in your event that you are buying liquor for? Because normally when we book artists, the artist will give you the price for the performance and give you what we call technical rider, which is what they need to use on stage, and then the hosting rider, the hospitality rider. So in the hospitality rider, the artist will list the type of bottles or liquor or whatever that they need for refreshments. Would you be able to provide me copies of that? And then give me the copy or the receipt of what you bought at Norman Goodfellows in Ilovo, which is a liquor store, not what you are saying, not what you are telling us. It's a liquor store. It's called Norman Goodfellows Ilovo. And you bought for 8,938. When in your account, you are only left with 13,310.
I will provide details, Honorable Member, and then it was not only for that, even the guests that were there, they were part of the party. We will provide the information. Thank you.
Thank you, Chair. No further question.
Thank you so much, Honorable Mthethwa. Honorable Moletsani. Then I'm going to give Honorable Khabo an opportunity, and then the Minister, and then I will close. I would like the professional staff of the Minister to assist so that we have some professionalism when it comes to these meetings. I just see Gayton, and I don't know who's Gayton. Can they just put there Minister Gayton McKenzie, please? Honorable Moletsani, are you still with us?
I'm still with you, Chair.
You may proceed. I'm going to give you a second bite and the last bite at the cherry.
Thank you very much, Chairperson. Chairperson, on my last questions, I did ask the CEO about the issue of Dev Maharaj, who is the organizational lawyer, that how much are they paying Dev Maharaj, and they must also give us the list of litigations that they are having as ASA, and how far are those litigations. I didn't hear him touching anything regarding that, Chairperson. And two, Chair, the issue of the cell phone. The CEO talked about the cell phone policy and so forth. Can he submit the cell phone policy now, because they are in the office as we speak? Can you submit that cell phone policy now? The other thing, did the board approve this purchase of the cell phone? If yes, the board did approve the purchase of the cell phone, can we have the meeting, the minutes of that meeting, and not later, not tomorrow? We want
JJ Researcher, WhatsApp.
They are in the meeting, Chairperson. We request those minutes now, because they are in the office, so that we can be able to see, because every time they'll say that we will submit this thing later, we'll submit this thing later, and it's not going to assist. Again, we want to know the name of the insurance company that they've insured those cell phones with, so that we can be able to go and do our own investigations regarding that. I don't understand the issue of insuring something at the end. You have to go and buy the other one, when insurance it's supposed to come and show you that. Chairperson, the other thing that the president needs to explain to us. Let me go. The statement, the statement of 26 March 2024 that end on 25th April and 2024. I think the last four numbers of the card is the same one of 9236. On that statement, Chairperson, Chairperson, the thing that I want to prove is that we cannot be taken for a ride where the money of the entity will be spent in taverns, buying liquor, and then the president will come and tell us that he was meeting the clients. I'm not sure what kind of clients are being met in taverns and liquor store, Chairperson. 26th of March 2024, the amount of 1,000 rand was spent at Tandi's Tavern. Does that was a business meeting? If it was a business meeting on that, in fact, it's two items or on the same venue on the same day. Chairperson must submit who he was meeting and what was the discussion. I want to prove, Chairperson, that the money of the entity here was just spent, and people will be protecting themselves that we were meeting the clients. I'm not sure what kind of these clients who are always meeting in taverns. On the very same statement, Chairperson, when we go down, I think members have that statement, and Sizoleka can just fly that statement so that the public can be able to see what we are dealing with here, Chairperson. There is this on the 6th of April 2024, Kofi Tebecha and Newlands. The president spent 9,320. He must explain to us what was that money for. 9,320 in Tebecha, Chair. On the very same statement, I think it's going to be page 3 of that statement, Chairperson. On the 7th of May, he bought love candy. Love candy. It means it's sweet for the tune of 49 rand. I'm trying to check because I know the same love candy store. There is in one of the statement where they bought in those sweet store to the amount of something like it's more than 500, Chairperson. I was even asking myself exactly what was bought in that store because it's a sweet store, Chairperson. The other thing, I think on those items, I will just pause there, Chairperson. Chairperson will have to the president will have to explain to us. And lastly, Chair, I just want to raise two issues, Chairperson. Chairperson, I just want to check with the president as well as the board. What strategies are they planned to diversify revenue streams beyond government independence? Because they can't keep on getting money without them coming up with getting making some plans to have income outside our allocations that we give them as a DSEC. The other question: how will
please close, honourable member?
Yes, Chair. How will ASA improve cost management, particularly the 34% event expense allocation? When I close that, I just want, Chairperson, for me to go on two recommendations. That must be noted, Chairperson. That must be noted, Chairperson. One, ASA must develop diversified revenue generation strategy, including corporate partnership. They must do that, Chairperson. It's one of the recommendations.
Honorable Moletsani, yeah, I've heard you. If you can just perhaps just send that in writing to the professional staff as well, I share your sentiments. You know,
I
I actually
want-
stopped. I
Chair,
actually stopped.
Can I just
Honorable-
do my last questions, my last question, Chair? Then
Okay.
I'll send everything to writing. On this one, Chairperson, on the CEO and the CFO, can I check the CEO and CFO? Is it two different people, or is it one person who's doing both? Who's having both titles?
Can we respond to that one? That's an interesting question.
Chairperson, can
I think
come in?
Honorable Marlon Daniels also referred to that.
Chairperson,
Yes, please proceed, President.
can I come in?
Yes, you may.
Because I had to come in and defend myself. So, Chairperson, when I came into this organization, I received a credit card, and they gave me a credit card policy. I've got a copy with me. In that,
Chairperson, can the president answer that later, because I want to conclude my line of questioning.
Yes, I think
one-
Honorable Molatsane, I agree. Can we make a ruling in favor of Honorable Molatsane? Let us respond to the issue of the CFO and CEO question and concern of Honorable Molatsane before she wrap up. President?
yeah, can I come back to Ukabeka? Normally, I
No,
go to-
Chairperson, point of order, Chairperson. I want to check. I said to them, the CEO and the CFO, is it two different people, or is it one person having those two?
Yes.
Because
Yes,
I want to
can we respond to that? We know that it was Mr. Taverns before, but what is this current situation now, President?
Yeah, the current is not a CFO, is acting CEO. We do have a finance CFO. She's sitting next to me now. So
Okay, who is the acting
different
CEO?
people. Pardon?
Just tell us who is the acting.
The acting CEO is Mr. Terence Makokote.
Yes,
He used to be in the finance.
and he was the acting CFO last time when you appeared before Parliament.
No.
Mr. President, let me follow up on what Chair has just asked. When did Mr. Makokotela start to act as the CFO? And before he came in to act as the CFO, who was your CFO?
Okay, can I explain? Mr. Makokotela, when he was appointed at Athletic South Africa, he was a manager of finance, And then in 2020, and then I think in 2020, the previous president asked him to act. That's from 2020. When I arrived here, I found him acting as an acting CEO. And then the person who's being appointed at the present juncture is the lady in my office. She's here next to me. She's the one who's doing the job now, permanent, not acting.
Chairperson, you know what? The president doesn't want to answer our questions. He wants to run around without going straight to the answers. Before, in fact, what we want to check is that you have the CEO, and then Mr. Makokotela is just.
Give the member opportunity, President Molloy.
Okay.
We have the CEO, and then Mr. Makokotela has just come in to act. The last time when we were in Parliament to meet with the Portfolio Committee, you didn't have a CFO. Who was doing the duties of the CFO that time before Mr. Makokotela comes in and act?
Honorable Molatsane, I'm going to answer you. It was Mr. Taverns. The question was posed to him. Who should take responsibility of what has transpired with the shenanigans around Athletic South Africa? And it was Mr. Taverns who said us. He himself and all of them. He was in an acting position. I don't think we're going to dispute or ask questions about that. He was both. He was in acting CFO and he was the CEO or whatever the case may be. And
the way around, Chair, he was the acting CEO whilst coming from CFO position.
Yes. Honorable Moletsani, please wrap up. We
No,
are past our
Chairperson,
time.
I think, Chairperson, the way this position in ASA, they are so confusing that today it's this person, the next day is that person. You end up not knowing. But all that I want to say before I wrap up is that the president of ASA as well as the board and they must just answer everything that we've just requested from them. The issue of Dev Maharaj, how much is being paid, and the litigation, how far are they? They must submit as the minutes where the board approves that the president must be, the cell phone to the tune of 27,000 must be bought. They must submit the minutes now, Chairperson, because I'm afraid if we're going to allow them to submit the minutes later, the way they can't answer the question, they are going to make those minutes. They must submit the policy, the cell phone policy, Chairperson. We need the cell phone policy to be submitted now. The credit card policy, because now the credit card is been buying liquor left, right, and center, and we are being told that they are meeting it was the meeting. The president must submit. I've requested where he must submit the name of those people that he was meeting, and it was regarding that, Chairperson. We can't be hiding behind the meetings whereas the money is being spent in taverns, and we say that it was a meeting. People will prefer.
Yeah, Honorable Moletsani.
Taverns. Thank you, Chairperson.
Thank you. I share the passion that you are sharing with all of this information. And I can assure you as the chairperson of the portfolio committee that we do have capable professional staff that has taken every single question as well as recommendation of every single member up. And, I went through these credit cards, and I actually at some time just stopped. I just stopped. And I don't know whether it was out of anger, because some of it and some of the bottle stores that has been attended actually, and I want to quote it directly from the statement, shows that come and relax, Devon. So it leaves much to think about. I'm